the dick pic, the fake pictures on social media, you posing as bitches. The murder on John Morgan, how her body came up missing. That scheming nigga cannot stealing that brother.
2299 dirty cop. He gonna hook it up. Come on, Nakawar, hook me up. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Fuck around with you, boy.
John Diamond made the bill.
Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. It's wicked as hell. Arresting a man for nothing, got him sitting in jail. Look down on us, call us niggas when they niggas themselves. Supposed to show them the way, instead they show them a cell. Fuck nigga, how the fuck is you a man in the Lord? You pull up with white boys and you put niggas in the back of the car, but you wouldn't last a day in their yard with all them killers, them lions and them tigers and them bears and them gorillas. Tried to convince a nigga to snitch on his own brother. Beware the purple Israelite group, they undercover, so pussy ass nigga. Regretting that bitch, tell him take off that badge and I'll bat him in his shit. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. False doctrine, a nigga that shot that tranny. The dick pic, the fake pictures on social media, you posing as bitches. The murder on John Morgan, how her body came up missing. That scheming nigga cannot stealing that brother bitch. Them marching for the rich, but don't do nothing for the poor. The shit them niggas tried on the Kansas City boat. Them purple niggas tried that same bullshit before. Cap told them bitch about my holding treatment like a hoe. My shot told them they lightweight, they packed up all they shit. Fuck wrong with you, boy, we meant a war around this bitch. Undercover ass, purple badge, and Easter ass bitch. We know cowards on the men prepared to die around this bitch. You heard? Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299.
You broke off and created something. God deserves that we stand with him and walk forward. I.S.U.P.K, be strong. We ain't weak. No cowards, bitch.
That's right, sir.
Okay? That's how we ride.
Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. One West, nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you, you know them niggas will still hate you. Damn. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's a facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all of that hatred. I'm too silent, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry, blame that shit on U.P.K. Pussy ass nigga, you a pussy ass nigga. Oh, you confused, you think pussy ass nigga. This ain't drag racing while you got that drag with you. I'm a bad kidder, pull up with two bad bitches. Masculinity be the reason she into me. She say she loving all that big priest energy. Don't remember me when I step in the facility. I'm screaming I.S.U.P.K, fuck the enemy. Oh, hey, this that One West word shit right here. Think I ain't got the bitch on me, you tripping, homie, that bitch right here. Brown liquor, don't sip that clip. Cloud of vision, let's get shit clear. I ain't even fuck around, homie, put the crown on me, yeah, this my year. Yeah. And I do this shit for my niggas who solid. I ain't resent for I truly acknowledge you ain't in this truth and you ain't in this body, cause bitch, you want body. We see it coming cause we really prophets. Want you about it, but you didn't stop it. A hard head make a soft fast, I guess that's why you soft with yourself. truth about it, this ain't even a diss. Yeah. This how them niggas be acting. Talking that shit like they really be bout it, but when it come down to the action, that's when you find out that they lacking. That's when you find out that they acting. And fucking with my niggas, it's a sure way to end up in the casket. Bitches us against the masses. I don't mind getting dirty, but watch how I clean it up when it get nasty. I lift that Nina up and get the flashing, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Yeah. Ooh, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Borders are blue and French for the fashion. Yeah. You understand me? We standing tall on what we believe in. Yeah. Either you stand on something or you fall for anything. Believe that. Look. And if you standing on the wrong thing, you falling anyway. One West. Lost Tribe.
You understand? You done found a new breed of Hebrews that stand and walk with the Lord's statutes and commandments of the Most High, and we don't care who we got to come up against. You ain't standing before this truth. You understand? We done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on. Of my true love's head.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they'd rather link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaica, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Want to be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim. Homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment. Something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long that it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. If your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, Die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites. Cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite. Die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites. Cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Test 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
All I ever wanted was to be a gangster.
It was on mute. Check. Is it good now? Give me a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear us clearly. Give me a 1 in the chat box if y'all can hear us clearly, Bob Shaw, before we get started. Huh? 1 in the chat. We good? Okay. Okay. All right. I had to get my juice, man. It's been warm out there, ain't it? So everybody make sure you hydrate. Make sure you get your fluids, your liquids in. And I can't drink what I want to drink right now. It's too hot. So you got to take it light sometime. All right. You got your sword with your kodon. We gonna probably get real heavy tonight. Yeah, we're gonna get real heavy tonight. Like damn, what the hell going on? You good? All right, let's rock out, man. Clap it up. We are the I.S.U.P.K, star of the 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating up under commanding General YAHANNA. If you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. What is the truth? The truth is the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian are God's chosen people according to the Bible. There's nothing more imperative right now in 2023 that we wake up to our identity. What is our identity? We are the greatest people that ever walked the face of the earth. We descend from a nation of people that have lost their heritage, their culture, and their ancestral history and all the things that come along with it. You understand? Today we walk around and call ourselves proverbs and bywords, and we accept those things in this empire because of the oppression that we live in, not knowing who we are. the world has its ways of protesting. You know what I'm saying? The world got its own ways of protesting. If y'all could type in some of the ways that the people in the world protest, if y'all could, Bob Wishaw. I'm gonna try to make this interactive tonight. If you're listening online, type in ways that you may have seen or heard of people protesting against something that's in the world. For years, you know, growing up as a child, we heard of different protests that are going down. But somebody give me some of the protests that y'all may have heard in the past throughout the years, growing up as a young child or a young adult throughout the years. Just give me a rundown on some of the protests that you've seen Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians been involved in. Come on.
So like check. Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
Hands up, don't shoot.
Now, Black Lives Matter was a protest that was based on what, though?
So like I said, Black Lives Matter was a protest based on the unaliving of George Floyd.
Okay.
That was actually created by
George Soros, funded by
the women that were
LG.
Comic-Con.
Yeah, those. That movement, the LGBTQRSLMNOP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All of them grouped together, right? But it's the idea of protesting was to say that Black Lives Matter, meaning what? Nobody really cared about Black lives, right? It was a demonstration to really show the world what we think that they think about us, really. You understand? That's right. If I'm not mistaken, y'all correct me. It was a protest to show the world what they think, or what we think that they think about us. It wasn't about what we think about ourselves. You understand? Right. Most of the time, if you're going to do a demonstration or a protest, it would be something that would demonstrate or should stand up for what you want or what you represent. Right. So Black Lives Matters was an outward expression of what we wanted everybody else to think about us. Right. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's what we wanted everybody else to think about us. But the initial thought, we should say that Black Lives Matter to who? To us. Right. Not looking for acceptance from the world to say, yeah, you know what? Y'all may be right. Y'all is, you may be on to something. I think you Negroes do matter. You know what I'm saying? Come on with it, brother.
It's like I don't want that so heavy because the whole world recognized, like that was a moot point. Yeah. Because they know that Black lives do not matter to Black lives.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So we were like protesting in vain. We were just protesting due to the outrage of what transpired with George Floyd.
Right.
The same way with Rodney King. The same way with, it would have been
wow.
Salakia, yeah.
Go ahead, Salakia.
Yeah, we protested for Rodney King.
Uh-huh.
They about to set L.A. on fire.
Rodney King was, can we all get along?
Kind of one con. And then on the inverse of that, we gathered ourselves together.
Hold on, Salakia. I'm gonna go. Keep it. No, keep your thought. I just want to go right there where you at, right? We just said Black Lives Matter was the same thing. It was an outward expression for somebody else to see, to get them to think about us. Right. Well, same thing was Rodney King, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Can we all get along? Right. So who was he essentially talking to?
He was talking to blacks and whites. I think that's what, it wasn't even about the police beating them down in that moment.
Right.
It was the fact that America was polarized and people were validating or invalidating their arguments based off of race. So it was like, the police officers did what they did to Rodney King. They were white.
So the can we all just get along wasn't just, it wasn't him saying Negroes, Hispanics, can we get along? He was saying the polar opposites of the oppressor and us not getting along. Right. So his idea was, it wasn't about what we're thinking about ourselves. Once again, it was trying to get somebody else to join in to really see that we can get along, right?
Right.
Come on.
So that's heavy. When you think about it, that's Christianity in a nutshell, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all want to get along with the same people that unalive us, that don't give a damn about us.
Yeah.
Can we just get along?
Can we just get
Instead
along?
of minding our own business, which is our people,
Right.
and getting along with just us. So like,
Cons. Anybody put anything in the chat about any protests? Come on.
sir. Sister Kalaya Pa said marching or rallying is one of the ways that America protests, sir.
She said that's correct. But I'm more or less looking for maybe themes that we've been running with over the years for protests. We said Black Lives Matter. Can we all get along? What's another theme that we've been running with as a nation of people for us?
So you mean protests like, I would say the Million Man March.
Million Man March, which was about what? What you know what that was?
I thought it was just to draw awareness to.
That might not working.
Yeah, to draw awareness to the status, the state of the black man in America. Salakia. Yeah. Well, we can validate that real quick.
So the Million Man March was about validating the status of black men in America.
Salakia. Okay, so this is
good.
Okay. The committee invited many prominent speakers to address the audience, and African American men from across the United States converged in Washington to convey to the world a vastly different picture of the black male.
Hold on, time out. There goes again. If y'all listening online, that's it right there. We're trying to do what again? What's the purpose of the Million Man March again?
It was to convey to the world a vastly different picture of the black male, and to unite in self-help and self-defense against economic and social ills plaguing the African American community.
Right. So once again, it's us reaching out to somebody else and saying, hey, I'm more than what you say that I am. I'm better than what you say that I am. Why don't you recognize who I am? You understand? We'll try to get into it tonight, man, Lord willing. And I get it. Ain't that our people have a zeal for righteousness, you understand? But we just lack that guidance as a whole to really, bring this thing home. But if they understood that the I.S.U.P.K in this school, this is that sanctuary that will give you that guidance that you need to land the plane, if I may.
Right.
Like so many of our people, we beat around the bush, wasting time with different protests, but nothing really changes. Real protest comes when you change your life. Real protest comes when you stop looking for somebody else to give you value. Like you're looking for acceptance from somebody else when we descend from the greatest nation of people that ever walked the face of the earth. That's what's in our blood. So instead of us looking for acceptance from outside, when are we going to start looking for acceptance inside of ourselves? Like you look in that mirror, you should look at yourself and say, you know what? I'm straight. I'm good enough. And it shouldn't be financially based, even though having money is a defense, you understand? It shouldn't be status based, even though it'll be nice to be, and over certain things to make sure things are getting done. It shouldn't be educationally based, even though if you could read a few books and if you were literate to somewhat, it will help confirm, just something about yourself. We don't want you to walk around and be illiterate, you know what I'm saying? You want to be some nice just about everything. But at the end of the day, it's still based about whether you can read or write or your financial status or your educational status. None of that really matters if you hate yourself. You know what I'm saying? None of those things really matter if we do not love ourselves. So when you take a look at a protest, it's an outward expression. We are finding ourselves when we do these things, when we say hands up, don't shoot. These are things that we recognize within ourselves. Y'all are hurting us, right? But the other part about it is we need to understand that guess what? They are who they are. And joining with them and ask them to see us for who you think you are, that's not how they're designed. Every nation is about their nation. They see the value in their nation. If you don't believe me, go to a China Walk cafe, go to a China Walk buffet, and see who's in there making that shrimp fried rice. Yeah. See who's in there making that chicken fried rice. Right. You want your nails and your toes done? Go to Shong Li Nails and Toes. Mm-hmm. You will see who they value in that store. You understand? That's right. Right? Come on.
Salaki, the one that's so heavy because I'm looking at, the brothers that come against our camp, especially the interaction we had this past weekend. And the brother was more upset at the fact that he didn't recognize us at the George Floyd protests. But my whole thing is we don't have to get instigated by injustice to protest.
Right.
We're always protesting.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we're trying to instigate a change through our protest.
Right.
And not the other way around. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a reactionary response. Instead of us being on edge and recognizing that we're behind enemy lines at all times.
Right.
This is the reason why we protest the way that we do.
Right.
Someone that's in the Christian church that's believing the delusion of the illusion of the American dream.
Facts.
Them trying to get their slice of the pie. Whenever they see injustice, like with George Floyd or Eric Garner or Trayvon Martin or Breonna Taylor or Tamir Rice. I mean, we can keep running the names down.
Right.
That's what instigates you to protest. But we acknowledge what's happening to our people right now in real time.
Yes.
And we don't believe in the delusion of Christianity or the American dream.
Right.
So Salakia.
Most High in Christ. And to add on with that, the reason why our people are so emotional when it comes to things like that, because we don't see ourselves in the very thing and understand the condition that we're in, right? We don't understand the condition that we're in, and it's simply because of our lack of understanding and knowledge of this truth that we call the Bible. You understand? Biblios. We don't understand that. We don't understand it. You look for the world to identify with your pain and suffering, when the Lord has already given you a way to understand why your pain and suffering is the way it is because of our disobedience. So your protest should be, why are they lying to our people, right? You want to know why the community looks the way they look in your street corners and your schools and your bank account looks the way that it look? Oftentimes it's because the Christian church has told us, well, the laws are done away with, right? You want to know why there's child molestation in the churches? Because they believe that the law is done away with. Right. You want to know why there's murdering and killing and drug dealing on our blocks? Because they believe that you don't have to change. It's all based off grace. Right. And in this grace, I can do whatever I want to do because only God can judge me, right? But not recognizing your pain and your suffering leads to you doing a protest, which amounts to nothing, because the Most High is not with you, because you are not doing what he asked us to do. Right? So it's like a road, a never-ending road that our people will travel on, not understanding that, guess what? We're going the wrong way. And then what J. Cole said? He said, the good news is you come a long way. The bad news is you're going the wrong way. Huh? That's what they say. You talk to a person in their 60s, we've come a long way, and that's what they say. But we going the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Wrong damn way, y'all. But man, you know what I'm saying? We are people who the most High wants in control. You understand? God, the Most High want black, Hispanics, Native Indians to run this earth. That's what he want to run the earth. We not fit to be listening to some devils tell us how to live when we see that they are full of hypocrisy. You understand? But the world hates us being together because they know if we do come together, we would be running the world. We eventually figure it out. Commanding Junior Hunter, so like the I.S.U.P.K on the Commanding Junior Hunter, we done figured it out. You understand? So let's start with the book of Psalms 137 and 1, Baba Kusha. We're going to get into some scriptures tonight, so like it. If anybody have any questions, just like typical UPK fashion, feel free to type them in the chat. We'll get with you on it. You know what I'm saying?
Check. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 1. By the rivers of Babylon, there was sat down, yea, it's like there we sat down, yea, we wept. It's like when we remembered Zion, verse 2.
Stop. We what?
When we remembered Zion.
When we sat down, we remembered Zion. What is that? Our home, man. A place where we remember. You know what I'm saying? We sat back and we wept. Were we having a good time? Were we partying?
It's like la, sir.
La, man. We wept. What does it mean? What does weeping consist of, somebody? What does it consist of?
Salaki, sir, if I may. Pain.
Yeah. We hear somebody, everybody familiar with a dog go to, oh. You know, when everybody can recognize when a dog kind of, you do that for a dog. You say, oh, he whine, he what call whimpering? That's the word? Yeah, he whimpering or whatever, right? You'll recognize that in the dog. You'll recognize the anguish in a dog, and he whimpering if he injured or something, right? See, by the rivers, like, but we don't understand the size of your brothers and your sisters in his empire. We don't understand like the simple little, hey man, how you doing today, brother? Boy, huh? Y'all don't understand those deep, long breaths. That's your spirit crying out for whatever that you're going through. Those are the things that the angels listen to, and they report those things back to the Most High when you don't know what to say. You ever get to the point in your life, it just seemed like it's just so hard and it's just so much, you don't know what to pray or how to even begin to pray. And it's just like, oh, man. That's that. Read that verse again.
Sir, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 1. Mm-hmm. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept. We went, so like when we remembered Zion.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. We hang our harps upon the willows and the mist thereof.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 3. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song.
We was carried away what?
Captive required of us a song.
Now that's this empire. We're still in the mindset of captivity, y'all. But yet and still they look at us like y'all should be enjoying yourselves. We gave y'all BET. We giving y'all the Essence Awards. We giving y'all ESPN. We giving you the NFL and the NBA. We've given y'all all the things that you say you wanted. Right. You want to be a part of it. But yet and still, us being in I.S.U.P.K as priest and prophet of the Lord, we're still seeing brothers that believe in that. They're in the mindset of what? Captivity, y'all. Right. We see how they stand up and sing the national anthem. We see how they stand up and tell us, hey man, what's that rap song of them young NBA young boys? They made mockery of our talent, huh? Read on.
And they that wasted us required of us mirth.
They required us of a what?
Required of us mirth.
What's that?
So like it's happiness.
Happiness. And they that wasted us required of us mirth, man. We've been wasted in this empire, man. Dealing with these bastards. Come on, Cordon.
Salaki, that's so heavy because even with that word of wasted, like that shows you that we are of some use.
Yeah.
But they wasting us.
Yeah.
How they wasting us? By this damn talent that we actually have. They putting it to waste
Come.
by teaching us everything that goes contrary to the Lord.
Right.
But if we actually, like you said, follow the Most High, we won't be wasted.
Brother, they are making sure that we're wasted. They are making sure. So when you have these protests and we have all these demonstrations that we have, they are making sure that they never amount to anything, God. Right. So the people that they put in front of these demonstrations, they vain. They vain hope. Right? They put Farrakhan in front of the Black Hispanics Native Indians, have done nothing. Right? They put what's his name? Al Sharpton, Ben Crump. What's the other brother for the NAACP to get all the civil rights cases now? His name Benjamin Crump. Yeah, Benjamin Crump. Yeah, wasted away. And required us to be what? Happy in doing it, man. Right. How can we be? It's fake. You see all these things on YouTube and man, we traveling to such and such. We're going to Singapore. We're going to Dubai. That was the story that came out the other day where this sister over in Dubai got into it with some guy at a car dealership and she began to argue with him. Now she locked up. Yeah, for screaming. Not understanding what America has allowed you to be so outlandish as a woman. Not understanding how to control your anger. You understand? You go somewhere else and you showing out. America allow you to treat the black man any type of way. Right. Hispanic man any type of way. Right. Every sister in America knows. She called 911. She say, well, I have a disgruntled black man in my house. Them cops are coming up. Right. They are on their way. Every sister in America know how to get a brother murdered if need be out. And Commander General Hunter just recently, we bringing it out in the last couple of years. We just saying the same thing that, and you know where they get it from? They get it from Karen. Right. You know what I'm saying? Karen knows what to say when she make that police call.
Salakia.
Come on.
Salakia Adawan. It just makes me think of we are not removed from the plantation at all.
Come on.
Because when you look at, how America values the black woman, more so than the black man, the black woman, they look at her, they protect and serve her. Right. Because they know that she is property.
Right.
They don't give a damn about producing more black men. Mm-hmm. They know that woman can produce, they're going to produce more weak men. Whoever lays down with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, in retrospect, I'm looking at this thing like they always say the black woman is the most unprotected species on planet Earth, when it really is the black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man.
Right.
Salaki.
Most High in Christ. But that's that thing, Shalom Shkita. But that's that thing though. And in doing all that, they still require us to what? Be happy. Right? Read on.
Khan. Sing us one of the songs of Zion.
Do what?
Sing us one of the songs of Zion.
What is that? Sing us one of those songs where you come from. Sing us one of them good old songs. Come on.
We shall overcome.
Yeah. That's the protest, ain't it? Lift every voice and sing. The Negroes, national anthem. Yeah. They switched it up. You remember George, was it Dr. Dre? Let me ride. You never heard that one? Swing low, sweet chariot, would you let me ride? When you think about our lives and what we live today, it's real when we look at these scriptures. It's not play. You bump into a brother that's on the street, he think that what we do is play. He think it's some kind of theatrical. Oh, we know what you guys are doing. No, you don't know what we're doing. We're actually fighting for you. You don't. The world don't understand it because this world lies to you and says, "Go ahead and sing your song. Everything gonna be all right. Everything gonna be all right." No, it's not all right. Everything is not all right because we're still suffering from the oppression of the oppressor. That's what he does. Right? Come on.
The sounds of blackness, optimistic.
Yes. Yeah. What was that? What was that? Man, that was a whole summer with that damn song they played that. And it makes it just like it's just like those songs that are in the Christian church, y'all. You sing those songs and you cry and you never get no understanding about any damn thing. Somehow you just think life is okay until them doors of the church open and you walk your ass out. You walk outside, Salaki, and then you get a glimpse of reality. Soon as you pull out the nicest block in your hood is the church block. Soon as you get outside the church block, here come the sirens. That oppressor sitting around lurking to see who's gonna be speeding leave for church. Read on, Kodon.
Verse 4. How shall we sing the Lord's song?
How shall we what?
How shall we sing the Lord's song
Uh-huh.
in a strange land?
In a what?
In a strange land.
What is this land? This land is strange to us, and I don't mean in the sense of us not knowing what America is. Don't ever think that, all right? You know, our people have been here. So it's not strange to us. But what's strange about it is what? Who's running the land right now? Huh? You understand? That's what's strange about it. It's like somebody, if I lend you my car, and everybody used to how I drive, just be cruising, right? But if Kodam have his foot to the floor, they may not see me driving. Somebody may say, "Man, you were driving strange the other day." Right. Hey man, my bad. I wasn't driving. That was Kodam driving. Well, in this empire, this land is strange to us because the person that is driving is strange out. Right. Huh? The places where we go and the people that rule these places, they're strange. Right. We go into these places not knowing, like the way we used to do things, they flipping it all upside down, huh? Right. Come on, Bunky, y'all.
That's a lot, y'all. The one like you talking about that song. I just found a listing of songs. I know we done moved on.
No. Let's get it.
It says 11 anthems of Black pride and protest through
Hold on,
American
11
history.
anthems of what?
Of Black pride and protest.
So the goal is to what? Instill what? Pride in who? Us, right?
Right.
But why are these songs so focused on telling somebody else about the pride that we have and how they should look at us? But we don't look at ourselves with our own damn pride.
Right. Good night. It says 11 anthems of Black pride and protest through American history. This is according to history.com.
Okay.
The first song they got, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. The author is unknown. Okay.
But the chariots ain't real, Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't exist. That ain't what we singing about. Mm-hmm. Who else sings about the goddamn chariots, huh? Who else? Right. Ain't never heard Garth Brooks sing a song about a chariot swinging low. Billy Ray Cyrus, where his songs about swinging low? Right. Why is it that Negroes know that something is supposed to swing low and deliver us from this oppression? What is that about? God, is it in your face? Read on.
Of course, you mentioned Lift Every Voice and Sing. Mm-hmm. John and James Johnson in the year 1900. Strange Fruit by Billie Holiday.
And what, y'all know the story behind Billie Holiday? Mm-hmm. What did they do to that sister, man? Y'all seen the movie that they did to the sister? She was banned from singing the song, not because it was a vulgar song. It wasn't about Pound Town, if I may, which they play on the goddamn radio. They let the sister walk into a school. I get it. Trying to motivate the kids about going to school. Let Commander Junior Hunter come into the damn schools. He'll show you how to motivate a damn school life. He'll show you how to motivate. He'll teach you how to get kids in that school to get what they're supposed to get, and he get the hell on. But you won't do that. You'll invite Pound Town in the damn classroom. Huh? Sexy Red in the goddamn classroom. Huh? Well, but what was the sister name again?
Billie Holiday.
Billie Holiday. Mm-hmm. The sister she was hunted by her traumatic experience as a child. You understand? Mm-hmm. And to cope, she used what? Heroin. She seen the strange fruit hanging from a tree. Strange fruit meaning what? Negroes, bodies, man. The smell of rotting corpse. Flesh. Burn. Some of you Negroes can't even smell a cat that's dead more than 2 hours without getting weak. Huh? Smell something on the side of the road. You like, oh man, roll the windows up. You know what I'm saying? Close my vents. A brother passed gas. Is like, oh man, what you eat, man? Huh? That'll upset your stomach, man. You gotta say excuse me. But this sister Billie Holiday in the movie, she remembers the scent and the smell from the burning body that she seen, huh? So she used heroin to cope with it. And the government was so angry at her, they would send people to her to set her up with the heroin, and ultimately they told her she could not sing that song. Much like what today? Critical race theory. You're not allowed to talk about anything all the suffering that your people has gone through. You are allowed to pull yourself up by your boots. Huh? If you just get a job, Tyrone. Huh? But his sister lost her life and she was handcuffed to the bed because she sung a song about what she seen as a young lady. Strange fruit. That's American history. You think they ever gonna teach that, Quadon? Come on, Bunk, y'all.
And what's heavy about what you said about her, it says, when blues singer Billie Holiday heard the lyrics, the vivid depiction of death reminded her of her father, who died from a lung disorder after being denied treatment at a hospital because of his race.
Uh-oh. Hello. See, you'll walk by the I.S.U.P.K, you'll walk by true preaching prophets to the Lord, and you think we out there just yelling with no sense of nothing. We just think we out there for just what? Yeah, for sugar, honey, iced tea, and giggles. You don't understand. We are the brothers that are actually crying out to the Lord to recognize our pain and suffering. And we speak on the atrocities that we see in his empire when no one else does. Nobody else is going to do it. You'll laugh at us in our faults that we have. Huh? But you name me somebody who was able to stand up and say the things that Commander Junior Hunter does, and he said to the powers that be, man. And you know it has to be true because in every facet that we push to try to expose the truth, the earth try to shut it down. Now, for one thing I know about truth is, ain't nobody gonna shut something down if it's bull crap, but let it be true. Oh, hey. It's almost like a kid that's telling you your breath stink. You know what I'm saying? Shut up. Don't talk about no grown person breath. You know what I'm saying? Well, daddy, breath do stink, daddy. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth, right? And say you want to ask the kid, hey, baby, go smell his breath. The kid be like, your breath stink. You be like that. But what do we do? Hey, don't talk like that to grown folks. We condition our children to not say the truth, man. We condition them to lie to us. We condition them to be lied to in this empire. So when we tell our children don't stand for the national anthem, it's strange to certain people, huh? But it's not strange to us because we are conditioning our children to live by the truth, huh? Right. You understand? Right. If we gonna protest, we gonna do it the biblical way. You know, the biblical way is get up under the preaching prophets of the Lord, man. That's a real protest, man. That's a real protest. This the biblical way of doing it. In the book of TITHES, how they got where the preaching prophets got on the podium of wood and they had the brothers around. That's a protest. Right. That's how you protest. What else you got, Bunky? What are other songs on there?
Salakia. I'm gonna run them down real quick. Number 4, A Change Is Gonna Come.
Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke. 1963.
Well, we know what happened to Sam Cooke. Why is it that our people are writing these songs, man? Right. What is it that they are feeling and expressing in these lyrics? And to this day, it just makes your stomach hurt. Huh? Right. Like, what is that? Come on.
1 year later, in 1964, Nina Simone wrote Mississippi Goddamn.
Oh, and what she had to go overseas to play her music. It's 2020, and her music was just brought out by Alicia Keys. They kept her music under wrap because she was all the way pro-black. Right.
We got James Brown in 1968. Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud. Then we also have Gil Scott-Heron in 1971. The Revolution Will Not Be Televised. What's Going On? Marvin Gaye in 1971.
What was Marvin Gaye talking? Marvin Gaye had a few songs like that, ain't it? What's Going On? What's the other one? One I love, boy. It's good, and I cannot think of that song. Made me wanna holler, shit. Made me wanna holler, shit in my life. Made me wanna holler. I forgot. Throw up both my hands. Yeah. Industry Blues. Get Koala hand. Damn right, brother. That brother know my music, man. What is it that make a nigga want to holler? Huh? To throw up both your hands? In the song, he said, "This ain't living, huh?" Ain't that what he said? This ain't living. But yet still, you convincing me that the protest that we've been doing was amounting to something. We're in a strange land ran by strange people who don't give a damn about what we say. Please. Come on.
Good night. He said, inflation no chance to increase finance. Bills pile up high, bills pile up sky high. Send that boy off to die. Make me want to holler.
Make me want to holler. You know what he's talking about? So niggas join the military to pay off bills, huh? This is real that we live, but because of this empire consistency lie, they always lying to us to try to accept what the abnormal for us to be the normal in this empire. Your pain is just it's just a figment of your imagination, Kawal. It ain't that bad, brother. It's okay. It'll get better one day. Long as you're just trying to make it, Like your pain and suffering is not real. It's like, nah, it just, and maybe if you work harder, you had a better job or something, your credit score is such and such and such. Or maybe you should move out of, Fayetteville and maybe move to Raleigh. You have a better chance at meeting your financial goals. What they tell us all the time. You are who you be around, ain't that what they tell us? So what did that mean? You can't be around your people? Well, I found out who I want to be around, and I couldn't be more happy in my goddamn life. You hear me? I want to be around brothers in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? I want to be around sisters that's in the I.S.U.P.K. I am who I am around. You understand? Hey, I don't need no outward acceptance in my life. I don't need it, because all of it is bullcrap anyway. It's a farce. Now I get it. There are certain things I got to be attached to to make some things shape, but that don't define me who I am. What defines me is the God that I serve. You understand? My obedience to Him That's our history. This is the history class, right? So we going down a list of songs that talk about the protests throughout the years and how they affected the people, how they would attach their lives to the songs that are played. But they really haven't changed much. Right? Come on, what does she got?
This one is interesting.
Mm.
This is the most interesting song on the list because it's number 9 that says Happy Birthday, Stevie Wonder, 1980. Exactly, right? And I'll read it. I'll just read it. It says,
I got you where you going with this one. That's heavy.
This is heavy. The life and death of Martin Luther King Jr. inspires countless protests and demonstrations across the country. Yet, the federal government...
Hold on, the life and death of who?
The life and death.
So once again, there's another death that we were protesting that really has not changed a damn thing. Right? If for Sugar Honey, Iced Tea, and Giggles, right? Let's say you love Martin Luther King the way you really love Martin Luther King. You would have found out later on, if you follow him, Martin Luther King realized that he said, I had just marched my people into a burning bush. So what that lets me know is you Negroes out there that say that you love Martin Luther King, you didn't listen to what he realized at the end of his life. You didn't realize what he had become because he had seen the bullcrap and what he put himself through and how he sold out the black community, you understand? Right. He realized that. So in doing that, instead of you doing the opposite of what he did, you study march us on down that goddamn road, huh? Right. But he realized he was supposed to be the leader. Things that make you want to holler. Throw up both your hands, right? Come on.
So the life and death of Martin Luther King Jr. inspired countless protests and demonstrations across the country, yet the federal government was hesitant to designate a holiday to acknowledge the role that King had played in the nation's so-called progress. Just days after King's death in 1968, Congressman John Conyers proposed making his slain friend's birthday into a national holiday, but he received little support from his colleagues.
So they made a song about it.
In response, Stevie Wonder made it his mission to advocate for Martin Luther King Jr. federal holiday with his song Happy Birthday, released in 1980.
How the hell Stevie know who to advocate for? Huh? Yeah. How you? Hold on. It's y'all cut Uncle Dog. So the song "Happy Birthday" is a response to Martin Luther King birthday. So you know how many black people have you feeling bad soon you get that and you.
It's got to be the way that Stevie Wonder sang.
Oh, it's not. It's
Happy birthday.
Oh, it ain't that one. It ain't the. It ain't the Golden Corral song. It ain't that one, huh? It ain't that one. It ain't the Texas Roadhouse song. All that. I'm just saying all of them are designed to somehow make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you're facing, those songs are supposed to give you an imaginary sense of security, if I may. You know what I'm saying? Like an expression like you matter. You understand? Those songs are designed for us to think that we matter. Happy birthday. All the songs that you just ran down. And who are you trying to get to see that you matter? Somebody else. When your life has to be about you taking it by the horns and say, I matter because I love the Most High. Right. I'm following, keeping His law, statutes, and commandments. Right. Christians sing the song, his eyes on the sparrow all damn day. And what they said in, I know He watches me. When you got that blood in your mouth, huh? When you sleeping with that brother's wife, that's when He got His eyes on you, huh? When you oh Lord, huh? Must I go on? When you're in that abortion clinic, that's when He watching you. When you shooting up, that's when He watching you. When you selling out your brother, that's when He watching you. So when is He watching you? Then you say only God can judge you. When do you want him to judge you? You want him to judge you right now. That's what you want, huh? Nah, that ain't what you want. When you say, well, God gonna judge you, then what they want when you say that, Kawal? Oh, we got grace then, brother. You see how that goes? They go from his eyes on the sparrow, so I know he watching me. Ain't that what they say? Then you say, well, he watching what you do, brother. Well, don't judge me, brother. Well, no, you can't judge, brother. You wrong for doing that. Well, brother, I got grace. Huh? No accountability. And you know who allows that? This America, man. This empire, these Edomites, the people who run the earth, they evade accountability for any goddamn thing, huh? Anything. So when you envy the oppressor, that's how we end up. We evade accountability because this is a place that is filled with lies. And if you got enough money, you can lie about anything and get away with it. That's the last one?
Salakia, sir, we got two more.
Mm-hmm.
F the Police, NWA in 1988. And then the last one is Fight the Power, Public Enemy in 1989.
Once again, we weren't talking about ourselves. We talking about somebody else. All these songs and Chuck D them talking about, well, we had a run. We had a run. NWA, then you start looking at them and you find out some of the jokers was gay. Huh? Well, Flavor Flav, addict, if I may.
Yeah, he was. Sir, too. Chuck D, Flavor Flav, and there was Professor Griff.
Yeah,
Professor Griff made the conscious mistake of speaking out against the fake Jew, and then they told him, hey, y'all got to kick this joker out. Pretty much, they blackballed Professor Griff. He couldn't even have a solo career.
Mm-hmm.
If he was the more militant of the brothers, but that, like you saying, the words they were speaking, trying to speak truth to power. The oppressors like, hell no, you're gonna speak the crap, the BS.
Right.
And Flavor Flav was high on crack while he was performing Fight the Power. Like, he was a real crackhead.
How can you fight that?
But you kick the brother out, crazy.
Professor Griffith was too raw for him. But those are the protests that really don't amount to anything because it's not done the way the Bible says to do it. Real protests come from change, y'all. And that's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. All right. We was at 137 and 4. Done. Book of Psalms 137 and 4.
The book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
How shall we sing the Most High's song in a strange land?
Go ahead.
Verse 5. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning.
What does that mean? Yeah, do I know what that means?
Kind of like, your right hand, like you power, strength, fight with your right hand. And he said, let it forget its cunning. Like, don't even be able to use it like how it's supposed to use. Like, it's like almost say if I'm lying, I'm flying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that's the case, then let me not even be able to use my right hand.
You forgot what you're fighting for. It's like a thing like what are we fighting for? You ever thought about that? When you was in the world, like, what I'm saying? It's almost like, who we voting for again? Who you don't know nothing else about running for no other office. Presidential office, the only thing you know about. Who in the Senate? Who over District A? Who over District B? You don't even know what we're fighting for. You don't even the fight. We so throwed out bunk, y'all. We don't even know where the bullets coming from no more. It's only until you come into the I.S.U.P.K and you sit down in the school and you realize where they're coming from. You'll find out who's the person that is really trying to hurt you. The design of making sure you don't know what you're fighting for. Right? And then once you realize that, then we begin to put our hands up and begin to fight back. But we're not protesting. Our protests come from us changing our lives. By each brother or sister that changed their life, that's one less brother that's not going to be smoking or have the scent of marijuana in his car. You understand? That's one less sister that's not going to have an abortion. That's one less brother that's not going to try to become a pastor. That one less sister that's not going to be whoring in the goddamn Christian church. That's one less brother that's not going to try to be the next goddamn R. Kelly or sister that's trying to be the next Aretha Franklin coming out of that church. Because that's what real fighting is about. Why am I singing a song when I'm goddamn destroyed in my neighborhoods? Read the next verse, Kawal.
Count on the one kind. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 6.
Come on.
If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth.
Why the hell am I singing a song when we don't remember who we are and where we come from? Let my tongue stick to the top of my mouth, Doc. That's strong. You ever ate a hot piece of pizza before? And it burned the roof of your mouth? Huh? And that's that thing, that sets a difference from everybody else that's in the world. Real power, stop all the goddamn talking. Sit out in these classes that's in the I.S.U.P.K. that's designed for you to find your path back to serving the Lord, man. Every path that's in this place or this empire is designed for you to serve yourself. Yeah, they may have food drives, but who's giving out this food? What are they really offering you? We make sure that you get a 100% beef sandwich, if I may. You go to that church, I guarantee they give you a ham and cheese sandwich, huh? They give you all type of things that are designed to show you to go against us serving our God. Then they're gonna give you some of real substance. They're gonna give you that pamphlet with little Caesar Borgia on it. I'll never forget this. Sidebar, if I may. I had a brother that came to me and said he was a Mormon. And if y'all don't know anything about the Book of Mormon, you know, they teach their people that our skin is a curse as black men, right? Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, right? Yeah, they said our skin is cursed. So I asked this man, I said, man, I heard about the Mormon religion or whatever, right? And I said, where does it come from? What is his name? Smith? Joseph Smith. I looked up Joseph Smith. Just the craziest thing I've ever heard of in my life. And not only that, I asked him, I said, now you know that's not real. You know what I'm saying? That's not real. But if I'm supposed to listen to this Bible, this thing that you give me, and you telling me that my skin is a curse, I said, who were those people back then? And can you show me that back then and who they are now? Because he tried to say, no, that's not you guys. No, that just, they were just saying he tried to swindle me on some old 3-card Malias, you know what I'm saying? Nah, brother, show me who those people are today. You ask the brothers in the I.S.U.P.K. to break it down, the different nations out in the earth and who they are today. The brothers in here be able to do it. We're not going to run from it. We'll tell you who the other nations are. Read on, Kawal, Salaki, if I go off on a tangent.
Khan, the book of Psalms, chapter 137, and verse 7. Salaki, verse 6. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy.
Oh my goodness. You won't even prefer our home, man. Imagine your child telling you, Dad, I don't want to go home. How would you feel? How would you feel? You got everything laid out for him, room, nice little bed. He looked you right in the face, Dad, I don't want to go home. What'd you think about that? Like, wait a minute, son, I did all this thing for you. I ain't do it for nobody else. I did these things for you. You don't want to go to your home? Something wrong with you don't like your room? Right? That's what we become in this empire. We've forgotten and we've just accepted the fact that guess what? We in this empire and we love it here. Bunk, y'all say this all the time. This is not your rest, huh? It's not your rest. Read on, Kawal.
Verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
The Lord said, the brother said, I want you to remember these children of Edom. Right. What you got, Kawal? I see that look on your face.
Oh, Slocky, sir, you too wild.
I thought you had some. He said, raise it. Who said raise it? Meaning what? Tear it down, information.
That's right.
Tear it down, even down to the foundation. That's what they're doing in this empire every single day.
Right.
That's why it's imperative that we wake up to get back and follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Right. This is the history class. I'm going through this because this is the history. This is King David, right? He's remembering of what it would feel like or what would happen when we lost everything, if we were to lose it. Right? Read on.
Verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
Oh, my goodness. Read on.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
Now, what is that? That's justice, huh?
Right.
Then you have a reason to be happy. You have a reason. Come on.
That's crazy too, because we read in this Bible, the same Bible that Pastor Joe Willie got in his church. They don't read this song.
Lie.
They don't ever read Psalm 137.
Lie.
They always want to skip around to the happy, to try to find a scripture that they think King David or Solomon or any prophet is trying to love an oppressor.
Mm-hmm.
They always go into the woman at the well and the women who wanted the blessing and the Gentiles.
Yeah.
And then they get to read Psalms and want to read, walk through the shallow valley of death and all this stuff. They don't even come across where vengeance and justice is, and a brother's crying out for justice because they know it specifically tells you who against who.
Yeah.
And that's the one person they love, which is Esau, the so-called oppressor. I don't see how they skip over it. I was in the church 30 years. I'd never seen that.
Never seen
ever.
It. Never.
So I know them Negroes in there ain't seen it.
Right. They looking for it. They're not looking for it because that requires something. Yeah. I learned something a long time ago. When you to stand up and fight somebody, you got to do one or two things. You got to look at yourself. Right. You got to decide one or two. What's going to happen if I decide to fight? Am I big enough? Nope. Am I strong enough? Nope. Am I fast enough? Nope. Am I smart enough? Nope. That's us right there, right? Because we thinking that they are in charge and better than us in all aspects. So we had the idea it's better to join them. Can't beat them, join them. Not knowing that who's really on our side. The Most High is on our side. If we be obedient. So the strength that we don't have, he'll give it to us. The smarts that we don't have, he'll provide it for us. You understand? The strength that we need, he'll give it to y'all. Why if he our father, if he want bread, what he say? If you were hungry, if you had me for bread, would I not give it to you? So this is a breakdown to understanding, like, nah, man, don't get into singing all these strange songs, all that protest and all this stuff. Now, if you want to protest, it's not a sin. But real protests come from change. Real protests come in keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. Drop that, Kawal Salaki, bro. The water for reading that more. Okay. Let me get the book of Leviticus 19 and 15, Bible Kushal.
Check. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 15. You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor.
What is that saying? You start from the top.
Come. The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 15. You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment.
Who does unrighteousness in judgment?
Like it, sir, America.
Yeah. This oppressive nation. They judgment is so unrighteous, man. All the time. That's why we have to do what? No. Come on.
Gather ourselves together?
No. Oh, man. That's why we always trying to do what?
Protest.
Yeah. That's why we always trying to show, hey, listen, this is what they're doing to us over here. Because of what they're doing, their judgment is what? Unrighteous. See, but in the water, brother, most high Christ. But in Israel, the Lord laid this out for us in Leviticus on how we should be. We can't be like the oppressor. Our righteousness has to, in our judgment, has to be like spot on. Has to be righteous. What type of judgment and what type of judgment? Thou shalt what?
You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor.
That means be fair. But in this empire, if you're poor, you think you're gonna receive some type of justice? What them purple, them rainbow cloud, what do the purple coats, right? What do they say about the poor? What did they say about the poor? God damn it. Purple guys out there, if you're out there listening right now. What is this talking about? If you're talking about don't feed the poor, it's your condition in the earth. Nigga, what is this talking about? Read it. Come on, Kawhi. What you about to say, brother?
I was gonna say, right. That's exactly what they say. You know, you see a brother struggling, Esau or black man struggling, just let them struggle. That's the Lord's judgment on them. Like they completely turn their back on the poor. Like that's a wicked way to look at things. You don't know what this thing. The Bible says, "Beware, you entertain angels unaware."
Facts.
If y'all turn your backs on, how many angels they probably did that to?
Right.
That's no wonder why they're being destroyed. But amongst every other thing, evil they speak. But they say they don't feed the poor. People ask them, why you don't feed the poor? Because that's the Lord judging you niggas, you hard-headed Negroes. That's what he say. Worse than the Christians.
But in that verse, read that verse again, Quadon.
Khan, it's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 15. You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor.
Right, break that down.
So like you said, you know, doing the unrighteousness in the judgment, you know, again, like we're not supposed to have unrighteous judgment. And the only way you can have righteous judgment is by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
It says, thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. Like you said, it's just like because you poor, you know, this is how I'm gonna treat you, and because you're mighty, this is how I'm gonna treat you. You understand? Like you said, it's like you supposed to be righteousness. You understand? So the truth don't give a damn about who you are, what your status is. You understand? It's what stands up as far as righteousness goes. And then it says, but in righteousness thou shalt judge thy neighbor, which we know our neighbor is. So
let's do this then. No honor the person of the mighty. What does that mean though? What do you contribute that to?
So like I said, the person of the mighty would be like your celebrities or you know, the ones that you know is high up in America today.
And why would somebody do that? Why would they do that? See, for the poor person, I get it. Yeah, you know, you poor, get out of here. You know, whatever judgment you get, that's what you get. But the one that mighty, why would you sway your judgment on the person that's mighty?
So like you serve for benefits.
Thank you. Is that not this empire? Is it? Do they not operate like that? If you do this for me because you're in a position of authority or power, I'll do something for you. But what's the term for that? Quid pro quo? Yeah. This for that. That's his empire. Huh? If you do this for me, I'll do this for you. That ain't what the Lord said. I know who else commanded YAHANNA didn't raise us like that. You come in here and you give a brother everything, and expect nothing. Because me and Kawhi talk about you gonna lose it anyway. you trying to hold on to it for what? But you don't have no faith. You don't think that can happen with whatever you got? I only got these 2 nickels. You gonna lose that. Read on.
Khan, verse 16.
So like that's it on that.
Khan, sir.
Well,
it says, but
see,
in righteousness.
See, but in this verse, right? Oh, I got you. I want you to read that last night. This is the key to a fair and just society right here, man. This is the history. This is what the Lord designed for Israel. That's why we're going over this tonight. See, y'all think they got us, they done taught us that we were just a bunch of idiots running around with damn, I don't know, with no clothes on, no nothing, Kawal. Just living in mud huts. Like what would an ancient Israelite even look like? We didn't even consider until we came into the I.S.U.P.K. Didn't even think about it. We see them with the cloak that Yahawashi had on. We like, oh man, he had the cloak on. I mean, he used to marvel at that, man. He's like, oh man, he had the cloak on. Not knowing now, Yahawashi wore a garment. And you read that he wore a garment, right? And then you understand, like, damn, oh, he had a belt from Euphrates, right? You know what I'm saying? And his body like the barrel. I mean, he wore a garment. You're like, damn. Where you learn that at? You learned that in I.S.U.P.K. You didn't learn that in a Christian church. You didn't learn that from your granddaddy or your mammy either. You understand? So how they gonna tell you what you learning is wrong when they don't even know how Yahawashi dressed, man? At least you would have got that right, Kawal. They would have at least got that right, brother. He wore a garment. But these are the things that fixes a society when it's not judged based on your status, man. But in this empire that we call that are ran by these devils, your status can sway every damn thing. Look at Epstein, and if I'm not mistaken, he had a whole island that was dedicated to molesting children, man. And he had private planes that were flying in and out of this place with a log, with names. And none of those people have been brought to justice. Not one. None of them. Why? Because they're the mighty. They have plenty of power. But let your poor ass make a left turn on a one-way street. See what happened to you. Can we just get along? No, we are dealing with devils in this empire, and they don't give a damn about how they run this place. Long as we're on the bottom, they want to run us over and make us bow down to everything that they have going on the earth. And then they want us to sing about it afterwards, Kawal. They give you money to sing about it. Every Christmas, they gonna come up with a new what's the one they had? U.N.O. What it Sounds of Blackness? U.N.O. will have all the singers with it. What's the name of that song? Yeah. Look. Yeah, look. The Rosh know that song. Ain't it? You never heard that song before? Who sang that song? Well, they had all of them in there. You had Tevin Campbell. We had all these prominent big name stars. That what we gonna know? What are we supposed to know? What are we missing? The truth. You got it here, Bunky on. You found it?
D'Angelo wrote that song.
Yeah, sure.
Black Man United.
Black Man United. Singing a goddamn song. Tevin Campbell whined out to be a flag. He was on the flag girl team. A lot of them jokers on the flag girl team. We supposed to be united. That sounds like the scandal that was brought out about damn Northwestern football team, if I may. Y'all heard about that, right? Yeah, not only the molestation, the hazing that they was doing. They called it the shower, Kawal. Where the men would wear masks like the purge, and the men would turn around in circles, the players unclothed in the nude, Kawal. And the players had to run through men, turn around in circles with their penises erect. Huh? As soon as it came out, you know what the head football coach did? He resigned now. The car wash. That's what they call it. That disgusting, man. Oh, God. That is so disgusting. Oh, man. The car wash. Good night. But you say we wrong, though. They say we wrong, Kawal. They say Commander Junior Hunter is wrong, God. I don't get it. I do get it, though. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get on to it, Salih. We're gonna keep on rolling. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 1, Baruch Show. Man. The car wash bunk, y'all. As soon as it came out, no, he didn't hesitate not one bit. Resigned. Done. He ain't want nothing to do with it. He knew exactly what he was doing, huh? They said they used to give hand signals when the guys would mess up on the field. The coach would give the hand signals to the upperclassmen on which player that they was gonna haze during the football game. Could you imagine that you the freshman on the team and you make a mistake and you see coach get a call like car wash? You like, God, I'm dropping every ball after that, huh? I'm gonna be like, what's old boy play for? What's old boy play for Tampa Bay that took off his pads in the middle of the game? Nah. Yeah, brother Cole, man, played for Pittsburgh Steelers, ended up walking out the team. He just took off his pads. Antonio Brown. I'd be like Antonio Brown. You get ahead. No. I ain't playing no more. You can have this scholarship, huh? But that's this place, huh? The same thing that the Romans were doing way back then in the Olympics, in the arenas, in the gymnasium, if I may. You understand? Those places where people were, that's what they did. They walked around in the nude. You go to a gym overseas and go in the shower room, you be like, oh, hell no, man. You go in that damn sauna you want to. I pray you understand. Right. That's this place, Akim, Salakia. All right, Deuteronomy 4, Bible show. Four and 1. Darash.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, and verse 1. Now therefore, hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments, which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live.
Now you may what?
That ye may live.
Go ahead.
And go in and possess the land, which the Lord God of your fathers giveth you.
Read on.
Verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baal.
Right. So Baal who?
Peor.
Peor. So let's find out who that is. Who's Baal Peor? Somebody that don't know who that is. Everybody know who that is? You ever heard of Baal Peor? Mm-hmm. Should be in there. Now remember, this is history class, right? So this is history where Moses was breaking down on what we should do and what we should not do. Once again, we're talking about when we go into another nation, how we should behave ourselves, what we should or what we shouldn't do, right? All right, go ahead.
Check. This is the Zondervan Compact Dictionary of Baal Peor. It says a Moabite deity.
Oh,
a Moabite deity.
A what?
A Moabite deity.
See, now this is what the Christian church won't do. You would never even heard that broken down in the Christian church. A Moabite deity, once again, that has nothing to do with us. Once again, it clearly states what we should not be doing. But how many of us actually listen to what he's saying? Read on. A Moabite deity, what else? What did it say?
Probably Chemosh. Chemosh, I guess. Mm-hmm. The national deity of the Moabites.
Do we need anything else? I won't need this. I kind of figured that could though. Okay. All right. So read that verse again. Read verse 3.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 3. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baal.
No, you gotta read like this. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did to Baal Peor. You know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna break that. You see, he's making a statement. You see how it's written, right?
Okay.
Right. You want to read it like that. And what's behind that Baal Peor? A semicolon, right? Then it's gonna break down what that means. Read it again.
Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baal Peor.
What? Go ahead. Tell me about it.
For all the men that followed Baal Peor.
Okay. Okay. This Moabite God. Read on.
The Lord thy God hath destroyed them.
He destroyed who?
Hath destroyed them.
No, he destroyed them from among you. Meaning what? You didn't do what they did. That's history.
Okay.
That's the thing that's going to happen in this empire if we do not serve the other gods that are in this empire here. The Lord is going to destroy them. If you turn on the news today, brother, there are tons of death and violence that are happening all around us. The Lord is what? Destroying them. The Lord is allowing them to feel that pain. Trust and believe you're going to have people that you love that are going to leave this earth. May they rise again, man. Will it hurt? Yes, it's going to hurt because you love them. But guess what? You also find that they are choosing to follow other gods, man, like Baal Peor. And guess what? When they fall, hey, man, that's the Lord, man. May he rise again. May he have mercy on them. You understand? That's how we show the love for our people. But at this point, we went into a land, we were serving other gods and strange gods, man. That had nothing to do with our power, right? Read on.
Verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
But ye that did.
Hold on. I want you to read that. But, come on.
But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day.
What does that mean, Darash?
It means that all the people who chose to follow the commandments of God, they of course got life and they live.
No, why would they do that? No, you're right. But in that moment, what do you think people were deciding once they begin to see things?
Well, after you've seen what the Lord had done to the other nations for following other gods, if you've seen that, you of course know what not to do.
Right. Now, how will we equate that today for our people to understand that today? Now, we know what the law, statutes, and commandments are, right? This is history. So how we bring this up today so we don't repeat the same thing that happened then? Well, how will we break this thing down for us to understand this today?
Our people need to not follow the other pagan gods that go on today, such as Christmas,
right?
Thanksgiving,
Right.
pagan holidays,
Right.
all the stuff that goes on in the world now. We all need to separate from it, because when you look at what the deities and all the stuff that's attached to it, it's attached to other gods. And of course, as it said, when you choose to follow the other nations or their ways of doing things, you'll of course.
Man, give him a hand, y'all. Give him a hand, brother. So when we talk about the Bible, this is how we tell people that the scriptures are real. But when you learn from the oppressor, he'll never tell you that your wins are in the Bible and your what? And your losses. He just wants you to look at the so-called Caesar Borgia being your savior, not teaching you a damn thing, not understanding the purpose of who Yahushua was and why he was in this earth. Read on.
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them,
Mm-hmm.
for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
So what does this mean? It says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. What is this saying?
So this is pretty much the Lord stating that.
It's Moses.
Salakia. Moses stating that if you follow, of course, the commandments of God, now that you've seen what happened to the other nations, with that wisdom, you should have an understanding who you are and what you should do and what you should not.
Man, Most High in Christ, give him a hand, because I like what he said, y'all. And I'm gonna tell you why I say I like what you said. You wasn't here earlier, but I made it a point earlier to drive home the fact that we are always trying to get other nations to see us for who we are. And what you said was, and seeing what the Most High did to them that wanted to serve the other gods, we should see within ourselves what we should not be doing. You understand? That's why I'm glad you seen that. Because earlier when we driving that point home, all the protests, I don't know if you was watching online, but all the protests that we may have seen and going through, we're always trying to get somebody else to recognize our value. But in here, the Most High are destroying people that are among us that do not recognize the value that we should have in our Father. And he gets rid of them. And getting rid of them, we should see why we should follow our Father, right? Read on, brother.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
So what the hell we need to listen to the other? Why we need their approval for anyway? If the Bible says, if you listen to the Bible, right? If the Bible says they look at us as a great and wise nation, what we need them for, Darash?
We don't. We just like to have the other nations' approval because we don't value a lot of our people don't value themselves.
Right. We said earlier. That's why we got all the Black Lives Matter. We said earlier, Bunk, y'all, who we trying to tell Black Lives Matter to? We should know that Black Lives Matter to us. It's obvious. So why don't it matter to them? They seeing us not serving our God. Oh, they like, oh, it's almost like I used to hear this saying all the time. How you gonna get somebody to take you serious? You don't take how they gonna take you serious if you don't take yourself serious? Right. Come on, man. Read on.
Verse 7. For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them?
Have God where?
Who hath God so nigh unto them?
How do we have the Most High near to us? How would you have the Most High power near to you?
I would say as long as we're keeping his commandments, we have his wisdom, and we also have his protection.
Have his what?
Protection.
Well, he must be in my brain. Oh, Quadon, is he in my head, Quadon? Good night. We have his protection. So this is a history class. So Moses said this how long ago? Thousands of years ago. He said the Lord will be not a Lord and we have his protection. So do we have the Lord's protection today? Moses done gave us the playbook on how to get the Lord near to us. How us doing things the right way will have the other nations looking at us like we're like, damn, how they winning all these games, huh? How are they so successful in their communities? But now here we are trying to figure out in 2023 how to get generational wealth. Because who playbook we looking at, Kawal? We looking at them now. We looking at the knowledge that they have about the damn stock market. We're looking at them about the knowledge that they have on flipping houses, the knowledge that they have on teaching their children on how to get in Ivy League schools and get perfect SAT scores. We're looking at them as they're the new value in the goddamn earth, man. But if we follow our God, what they'll say, what great and powerful nation y'all are to have a God so near to them. But we don't want that. It seems like we've chosen, if you want that gas to smoke, come over here at 87th Avenue, bro. We got that gas over here. We got that dog food. We got that dog food for the low over here. We got these hoes. We got these Pound Town hoes over here. They going 2 for 1. They hot. We got these shaved serial numbers on these Glocks over here. We got these switches around the block over here. Ain't that what you hear growing up? Certain neighborhoods, hey man, you go down there and get one of them girls down there, man. You know, them hoes over there in Campbell Terrace, man. You know, huh? They all down up and down Ramsey Street. You know, they ain't what we known for no more. Should be looking at us and be damn near ready to jump out of your goddamn seat when you see a preacher, prophet, Lord come in your building. Right. It's gonna come. That day is coming. When they see us, like they're gonna be hey, great day for you come into my restaurant, sir. Yeah, I know. You goddamn right it is. Yeah, don't look me in my eyes. Make sure my food hot. Yeah, hell no. I want to be I want to be crazy about it, man. Because you know what? A Christian is crazy about whatever that they do. I want to be a damn fanatic for the Most High, man. So when you see me, you be like, damn, brother, you got wives? Yeah, I got wives, brother. Do they get on my damn nerves? Yeah, they get on my goddamn nerves, but I got them. They mine, nigga. You understand? That's power. That's how the Lord wants us to live in being obedient to him. Because when other people see you doing it, they be like, damn, brother, how you doing it? I'm being obedient to my Father, man. That's how I'm doing it. I'm being obedient. He gave me these. He gave me this. All this that you see that I have, he gave it to me. I also know that he can take it too. So this family that I have, yeah, I love each and every last one of them. I do. But I know I better be serving the Lord when it comes to my family, though. I know I better be serving him, huh? Because he give it to me. And whom much is given, what? Much is required. Required of who? Me. Not looking for acceptance from somebody else. Because this world, they don't take no accountability for nothing that they do, huh? Nothing. The lead that's in Flint, Michigan right now, the design that just failed us. Nigga, what? Okay, so what now? What now? If you know that you set up things in this empire that deliberately destroys the Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, what now? No accountability. You push the natives on reservations and fill their neighborhoods with drugs and alcohol and beer. They're the number one consumers in the U.S. with alcohol. And you're seeing the high numbers of unaliving themselves, and nobody does anything to fix it. Not a soul. These are the bastards that we live upon. Let me get Ecclesiastes 5 and 8, Bible Kushah. Damn right, Sister Britt. Keeping the law, statute, keeping the commandments. Damn right. I see you locked in. Damn right. That's good. That's what we have to be. Because the world will, if you don't find something to do with your time that's serving the Lord, Satan will. Satan will get you busy real quick, huh? Let you find yourself looking at Instagram or YouTube or I remember this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Like, when you first come into the school, you start watching all the UPK videos. Like, you can't even you be so every time you open your phone, you just see UPK video. But let you look up one video about maybe changing the car tire. It's a wrap. You just messed up your whole timeline. Yeah. What you about? You about to say something though?
So like you said, check. That's so heavy because, like you said, you watch one of the craziest videos or whatever come up.
Yeah.
And they stay sending you them videos.
It's coming.
But they shadow ban the I.S.U.P.K and our videos, man. So
all the time. Why they do that, Quadon?
So like you said, they don't want that truth to come out.
Not only do they don't want the truth to come out, they want to keep you busy about dealing with something else. So you never understand that. Guess what? Man, why do I feel this way when I look at all this crap that I'm seeing in our people? If you fixated on that new Maserati, you're not thinking about John down there in the hole. Hell no, you're not. What's that? You so fixated on your BBLs now. I want to get snatched. Everybody done calm down with that BBL talk since what's his name? What's your brother? DC Young Fly lost his wife. But them sisters been getting sick. They just not telling everybody. So the Lord got to put somebody famous who you look at as being mighty. Lord, makes you rise again. But the Lord, he'll put it in front of you so you can see like, nah, I don't think, be happy with what I gave you. You want to do it right? Hey, there's a way to do it. You got that, brother? Ecclesiastes 5 and 8.
Khan. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 8. If thou seest the oppression of the poor and violent perverting of judgment and justice in a province, marvel not at the matter, for he that is higher than thee highest regardeth, and there be higher than they.
Who want to break that down? Take a shot at it? Come on.
Pretty much what it's stating is, like the world today, they see our oppression of the poor, how they poke fun at some of the Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans that are in the neighborhoods, our life. But of course, we're much greater than that as a people. But instead of helping us, the oppression of the poor, they do nothing about it.
You're in the ballpark. But then you gotta take it line by line and really get it, okay? So it say, if thou seest the oppression of the poor. So what you got to do first?
You got to first see.
So what does that mean when you say the oppression of the poor? What does that look like so our people can say, understand what's being said here? What does that look like?
The other nations have to see the oppression that they're doing.
No, you got to see it first.
So we have to see it as well.
What does that look like though? When I say poor, what does poor look like? Because most people don't, when you say poor, most of us don't think we poor. You think you just go to the store and just buy the damn, the value brand cereals. You like, oh man, it's a deal. You understand? So that's a deal. What does poor look like?
So like you said, if I made poor looks like what we go through, in the hood and like in the barrios. You know what I'm saying? Poor looks like having to get EBT. Poor looks like, I gotta borrow my shoes from my brother just so I can look fly. You know what I'm saying? Poor looks like I gotta go to another people just so that I can provide for my family instead of going to my people. So
that means you don't have to be in the hood to be poor then. he can be poor and more value. You can see somebody have all the money in the world and still be like, damn, bro, why you going through all this? Damn, brother, you dealing with that? Oh, your wife prayed that she'd have had an abortion. Y'all the money y'all make? Oh, she changing her career? Damn. Brother, come on.
And so, like, if I may look at, we don't condone what he did, but look at Bill Cosby. You understand? He considered poor still because of what he's going through.
Facts.
Because the poor is also a condition.
It's condition, right. So, read that verse again.
If thou seest the oppression of the poor.
Right, we see the oppression of the poor. Read on.
And violent perverting of judgment and justice in a province.
Right. You said violent perverting of judgment. What does it mean to pervert something? Come on.
I got a definition. It's the Google definition of pervert. It says alter something from its original course.
So guess what? Guess what this empire does? They alter. We see the injustice that we're supposed to have. We see the justice that we're supposed to get, and we don't get it out. Trayvon Martin, we know when we heard the operator say, go home. Stop, do not follow. And then we go to the goddamn courts and he get a not guilty verdict rendered. In your mind, wait a minute. Did you not hear what the operator just said? And what did he say? They always get away with it. Get away with what? Eating Skittles and drinking a damn Arizona tea. And you know who came up with the damn remedy? Say, oh, they was mixing. If you mix Skittles and Arizona tea together, you get lean. Nigga, where? Who came up with it? Y'all didn't hear that? Well, we searched his locker and he had all type of things in his locker. So what are they doing? Now you're perverting what? Your judgment, huh? What do they do for Black, Hispanics, Native Indian? The first time something happened against us, when there's somebody get unalived by cops, they look through his history, huh? They look through all his dirty laundry to justify what happened to this brother at the end, man. You can't tell me I'm telling a lie. That's the damn truth. You think about a black man in America today. They running your tax and looking at your history. Oh, yeah, you late on his taxes. His license suspended and his registration expired. Damn. Who would have a suspended license? Somebody who can't pay the fine. Who would have a invalid registration? A poor man, huh? You get that damn, you buy you a new car, you look at that damn, I gotta pay that guy. Gotta pay how much? How much the taxes for this thing? And you ain't gotta pay it one time, Quadam. In North Carolina, you gotta pay it what? Every year. Huh? Who's perverting the justice, Quadam? The oppressor, man. Read on. And marvel,
Marvel not at the matter.
What does it mean to marvel not at the matter? I was just talking to my rib about this earlier. What does it mean? Come on, Kodon. You in my brain tonight too?
Might be.
Come on, brother.
Don't be
Come
surprised.
on. Please.
Don't be surprised.
Don't be surprised.
Wakhan.
Yeah. Don't even. You see it. I know you see. Don't even, because you know it's happening. You see what is happening to the poor. You see the justice that is swayed depending on who got the money. That's why we trying to do what? That's why they tell us to do what? Hands up, don't shoot.
Protest.
That's why they teach us to protest. Going right back to, it's like that, Kodar. Yeah. That's why we going all the way back as a history of people, because we've seen how they pervert the judgment in this empire, man. Whether you're poor or you're rich, you're not them. That's why we have to sing all these damn songs to try to get on, I guess, on the same damn bus. It ain't working out. But oh, happy shall thou be when they dashes the children against what? A stone, man. That one I'll be happy. So don't marvel at the things that you see, because you know they're taking place. Read on.
For he that is higher than the highest regarded.
So what does that mean? So he that is high among the highest that is regarded, what does that mean?
The ones that are in charge.
Right. The ones that are in charge what?
That see what's going on.
God damn, give him a hand, man. What? You all right? You feeling good? Okay. All right now. All right. So the ones that so we look at depression like, oh man, I know they see it. Well, guess what? They do see it. The people that are running this empire, they see the people that are sleeping on the park benches. The food programs that's supposed to go to the people, they never go to the people. That money that the child support is supposed to go to the child, it never goes to the child. That Christian church that's supposed to be helping the neighborhood, they're never helping the neighborhood. They're not doing it. All the food and drug programs that are set aside for our people to get the help that they need from the oppressor, they're not getting it. Had a brother call and told me his sister was dealing with some issues, and the place that she went to get the help, y'all. Guess what they were doing in the place she was going to get help? They was in the one giving them the drugs. The prescription that they was giving them that's supposed to go to the patients. Guess who was getting the prescription? They was getting the prescription. The people that were running the place. What the hell is that? Read on.
Verse 9.
Nah, finish reading that.
Oh, Salaki.
And
there be higher than they.
Now, who is they be higher than they? Who is that?
Besides the people in charge. Gonna have the
this is what you must know.
The political system, the people who are behind everything, allowing all this, who make the rules.
Help him out, Bunk, y'all. This is the Most High. Give him a hand. Don't you marvel at you seeing your brothers and your sisters being poor. You see it. That's why you joined the school. That's why you sat down and want to learn at the feet and preach to the prophets, because you see what is happening. But don't get it twisted. You see it. The people that are in charge and running this earth right now, they know what's going on. They're the ones that higher, but guess what? There's somebody even higher than them. That's right. The Most High sees it. The Most High sees it. And guess what? When he get on it, and when he get ready to get to it, it's gonna be on. It's gonna be on. It's gonna be on. All right, we got any questions? Any questions online? Everybody good? You know what? I want to get to a point where Kawal sent me a list of questions that this pastor came up with to the camp this weekend, and Lord willing, we get a chance to go over tomorrow. I want to get through those questions, man, and just shred to piss at that Christian church out. We have to be vigilant against them, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they are the ones that are causing our people to be sick. They are the ones that are causing our people to walk around and be unclean. We said earlier, when you talk about the Black, Hispanics, Native Indian community, you take a look at our community. I ain't talking about just in your household. You think your household is, I know you got everything together in your house. I know you got your bills lined out. You got a schedule. You know what I'm saying? This is week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. But everybody's not like that. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian homes, everybody's not like that. But us coming together and trying to do this thing the right way, what's going to make the difference, all right? So we got to put in this work together and get this thing done. All right, so once again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the school. Right now, you're tuning into I.S.U.P.K Fayetteville, North Carolina School. And with that, I'm going to bring up Preacher Prophet Lord Bunk, y'all to do the announcements. Sure.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. It means tenth in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the memorial blowing of trumpets. First day of the 7th month, which is Friday, the 15th of September of this year, according to the book of Leviticus, 23rd chapter, verses 24 through 25. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf, and with that, imajim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Ma'am Shabbat, imajim, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shabrakadam.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shabrakadam.
Yadamata, hands down. Sar. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to our sisters. Men of Israel, Ma'am Shabbat, imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Atam Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. Yadamata, class dismissed.
Gatorade, brother. Gatorade.